Baseball, at its core, is a game of inches. But tonight, the distance between victory and defeat could span an entire season's worth of hopes, rebuilds, and quiet desperation. The Tampa Bay Rays are surging. The Miami Marlins, they're fighting ghosts. On one side, a team reloading for a late playoff push. On the other, a club looking for purpose amid the rubble of a lost season. Welcome to Beyond the Box Score, where we go deeper, further, and beyond the numbers. The Tampa Bay Rays enter this game clinging to the edge of the American League wildcard race. Their 56-53 record standing just good enough to keep them in the hunt. But just good enough has never been part of the Rays' DNA. They're a team built on maximizing every edge, every inefficiency, and every player who fits their analytical model. And while their season hasn't reached the heights of past years, when dominant pitching defined their identity, they've quietly found a rhythm in the dog days of summer. Outside, their opponent? The 2025 Miami Marlins, a team that, if we're being honest, feels like it's wandering in a desert without a map. Their 40-69 record is painful, their roster depleted by a tidal wave of injuries, and their fan base growing more frustrated with each underwhelming loss. But here's the thing in baseball, even the worst team can ruin your day, especially when you least expect it. Nick? And that's exactly what the Marlins did just 24 hours ago. Jake Burger's two-run bomb not only put the Marlins ahead, it snapped Rays starter Taj Bradley's remarkable 24-inning scoreless streak. Burger's blast didn't just tilt the scoreboard, it flipped the script. It reminded us that even wounded teams can bite back, that even in the quietest ballparks someone can make noise, and Burger wasn't alone. Xavier Edwards, the young second baseman known more for his glove than his bat, delivered a career-defining performance. 3 RBIs, a rocket single that broke the game open, and an attitude that said, "We're not dead yet." It was the kind of energy Miami hasn't seen enough of this season. When Roddery Munoz, yes, the same Munoz who entered the game with a 6.45 ERA, went 5 innings, allowed only 2 runs, and struck out 7 Rays, efficient, effective, inspired. So now here we are, Game 2 of this series, a test of resilience for Tampa Bay, a shot at validation for Miami. But who truly holds the advantage? Let's go beyond the box score. Injury report. The hidden battle. Tampa Bay's biggest struggle this season hasn't been talent. It's been availability. Just look at this list. Say, Shaun McClanahan, the ace and former Cy Young contender, is out for the season with a torn UCL. Gone. Drew Rasmussen, same story, elbow surgery. Sahayu, Ryan Pepio, expected to be a breakout star, is battling knee inflammation. Richie Palacios, a key spark plug, is day-to-day with a bruised knee after fouling a ball off his leg on Tuesday night. These aren't just names on a chart. These are impact players. And the Rays have had to patch holes with duct tape and analytics, turning to arms like Aaron Civale and Zack Littell to eat up innings. It's worked, sometimes, but the margin for error has vanished. The Marlins aren't faring any better, in fact. Their situation is arguably worse. Their entire starting rotation has been decimated. Jesus Luzardo? Shut down again with a lingering back issue. Edward Cabrera? Knee discomfort out indefinitely. Sixto Sanchez, Braxton Garrett, Yuri Perez all gone to the 60-day IL. Sandy Alcantara, the 2022 Cy Young winner, out since last fall, no return date in sight. What does that mean? It means the Marlins are basically throwing open tryouts for the rotation. It means bullpen games. It means overexposed relievers and fourth-string catchers. And yet somehow, they stole a win last night. That's baseball. Let's discuss the X factors who can change everything. Let's talk about Yandy Díaz. Quietly, Yandy is putting together another efficient season. He's batting .270 with an OPS, north of .800, and he's been a stabilizing force in the Rays lineup. He rarely strikes out, hits to all fields, and leads by example. But the biggest bat lately? Christopher Morel. Yes, the Rays acquired Morel from the Cubs at the deadline, a move that raised eyebrows across the league. It's paying off. Morel has now homered in back-to-back games, bringing his total to 20 on the season. He's powerful, streaky, and just wild enough to be dangerous. If he stays hot, the Rays' offense becomes a different beast. Then there's Jose Siri. He's a defensive wizard in center field, and with 14 home runs, he's got unexpected pop. If he can avoid chasing bad pitches, he's a game changer. For the Marlins, the names aren't as glamorous, but they've got some life. Brian De La Cruz leads the team with 18 home runs and 51 RBIs. Jesus Sanchez has added 12 homers of his own. And of course, there's Jake Burger, whose thunderous swing can tilt any game with one mistake pitch. Right. But Miami's lineup is inconsistent. They rank in the bottom 5 in runs per game, OPS, and total home runs. Tampa, for all its flaws, has more firepower and a much deeper bench. Let's break down the numbers. Let's go granular. The Rays are 7-3 in their last 10 games. They've scored 5+ runs in 6 of those contests and are starting to find rhythm offensively. Their bullpen, anchored by closer Pete Fairbanks and middleman Kevin Kelly, has been solid. Not dominant, but reliable. Why not? Meanwhile, Miami is 3-7 in their last 10, with a -148 run differential on the season. Their bullpen has an ERA of 4.75, and they've blown 17 save opportunities. Defensively, they're middle of the pack. Offensively, they struggle to manufacture runs unless someone goes deep. Betting odds reflect this reality. And the Rays are sitting at -236 on the money line, while the Marlins are heavy underdogs at +192. The over-under is 7.5, a number that suggests odds makers aren't expecting an explosion of offense. Given Tampa Bay's superior depth, better bullpen, and more reliable lineup, the edge is clear. Tonight, the Rays send right-hander Zack Littell to the mound. He's 5-4 on the year with a 3.92 ERA and a 1.18 WHIP. He's not flashy, but he keeps hitters off balance with a mix of cutters and sliders. He doesn't walk batters and trusts his defense. Miami counters with Shaun Anderson, a recent call-up pressed into emergency duty. He hasn't pitched in the majors consistently since 2021. His minor league numbers? Serviceable, but nothing special. A 5.12 ERA and a high walk rate, In short, it's a mismatch on the mound. Now who wins and why? Baseball is unpredictable. Last night's upset was a reminder of that. But lightning rarely strikes twice. With Littell on the hill, a motivated Rays offense, and a Marlins team running out of healthy arms, the odds tilt sharply in Tampa Bay's favor. Final prediction. Tampa Bay Rays 5, Miami Marlins 2. Expect Morel to stay hot. Expect Díaz to grind out 2 hits. And expect Tampa's bullpen to lock it down late. The Marlins will fight, that's what they do, but in the end, talent wins out. In the game of inches, every decision, every swing, every pitch counts. The Rays are built to exploit those inches. The Marlins, they're trying to survive them. This isn't just a game, it's a window into 2 different baseball universes. One rebuilding, one reloading. This has been Beyond the Box Score, where the game isn't just played on the field. It's played in every decision, every number, and every story behind the scenes.